Hello guys, welcome back to The Crew 2. Summit number 72. A World of Cars, the thing is called. That is if the game starts up. Oh, here we go. Although it is called A World of Cars, there are a few things we have to do with the boat though. It's another one of those things they did not really think of, I think. They just gave it a name and then... Oh my god, it's slow today. $50,000, we can do those. What is that? We're gonna re-roll this one. I think we have a we have a drift in the summit, I think, so I can probably get those two in that summit event. Boy smashing, yeah, whatever. A World of Cars is a premium summit. That means there is a car to win, more specifically the Plymouth Roadrunner Freedom Edition. That means, in case you haven't completed your hobbies yet, the Plymouth Roadrunner normal version is the only way to get that is by completing one of the hobbies categories. So if you haven't done that, it's another way to get the Plymouth Roadrunner. And we also have the Porsche Steel Bundle, which is a vehicle and vanity bundle. Porsche 918 Spiders. Other than that, we'll check the store, but I'm assuming, seeing I'm on my main driver, I'm assuming I don't need to buy the bundle for this week's summit. We have all cars on this driver, so. I can also not tell you what the price is, but I'm assuming it's quite expensive, because there is a hypercar in there, I think. We'll first do the administration, as every week. We finished in 63rd last week with the score that we did on the Wednesday stream. So we got the 300,000 followers, some white tires, the remaining parts of the Demolition Derby boosted set, and retro vibe tint, apparently. There we go. We'll collect those first, otherwise we forget about those things and then they are in this mailbox. Nope. That is if my camera would allow me to go in that thing. I don't know why they haven't fixed that yet, that camera thing. Completely off. And that mailbox is also a problem. You need to find the right pixel to get into it. There it is. 4 parts. Of course, last week we already got the other 3 parts. So then it's just a matter of putting them on the vehicles. We have some flashing things here. Some parts on the Porsche. I did a few attempts with the wheel last week. We're on the keyboard now. At the moment, I don't have my wheel connected. Okie dokie, where did we put them? That's a good question. on the Firenze apparently. Pure ventilated boosted, pure 9 ventilated 5 instead of pure 8 and ventilated 4, what you could normally get. And they fit right into it. 3 parts last week, these are the 4 remaining parts, which gives us pure 73 ventilated 47 and a half. Which is in each part 1% more than you normally could get. That's why they are boosted, obviously. Hello Samjit, hello Lunar. We'll have a look on the shop, but I don't think I can do much there. Seeing we have all vehicles. The steel bundle is the Porsche 918 Spider, which you can just buy. And it comes with the prismatic green smoke, the green Ruffo tire, the green nitro, and the blinking white underglow. As always, it's vanity. Vanity you need to pay with crew credits. And we don't even have enough for that. Nonetheless, I don't buy that. It's about driving and racing. It's not a fashion show. I'm not interested in that. I'm very well aware that some people are. I'm not one of them. A World of Cars. As I expected, I own the thing. I know the vehicles were in there. The Chiron, I think, for the Bugattis. So that's probably a pretty expensive one. Obviously, for vanity, you can get daily contracts here and gain some crew credits. That's a way to get them for free. Summit-wise, number 72, meanwhile. There are 17 summits in this batch, which means I think we go till the end of October. Summit number 80 is the last one, I think, for this batch. I'm assuming they will come up with a new batch. Next week we have Rust and Dust. That includes over here the Circle Pit. Circle Pit is a new moot event. One of the 7 moot events, the 4th one in the series, I think. And it shows a hot rod version of the Hub 1 by the looks of it. Maybe we win that if you participate in that thing. You need to do it with a charger though. That's for next week. Then we have Drifters. It shows the Lancer Evo 10 Drift Edition, which we do not have in the game yet. So I'm assuming that car will come into the game that week. Next to some other prizes, obviously. And at the end of the month, which is pretty like a week too early normally. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, yeah. Normally the last one here in the series would be another premium every 4 weeks normally, but apparently it's every 3 weeks because also this, the Los Angeles Lowriders, is a premium summit. As you can see, 400,000 followers instead of 300,000 for the normal summits. That's already tells you that it's a premium. We win the KTM X-Bow with just a car you get for free. You can just buy that thing in the store. If you already own it, you get your bucks back. Boosted parts, pure ventilated seems to be the new combo. We get it every week now. And then that's where the name comes into play, Lowriders. We are gonna get a Lowrider. Chevrolet Impala Lowrider Red Duchess Edition. If I'm not mistaken, there's another one somewhere. That's probably Vehicle and Vanity or so, we will see. And then coming soon, Itsy Bitsy Crazy. That can be anything. We will see. And we also have a few other... we have 3 more moot events coming. We know next week is the Circle Pit, and then there are 3 more, I think. We've done Electric City with the Ninja bike. We've done Once Upon a Time in Brooklyn with the Ford Mustang. The old one, the Bus 429. And what was it last week? Miami Ride with the DeLorean. Now we have the Circle Pit over here, which is the 4th one. And then there are 3 more coming. Oh yeah, we also have some sort of ghost thing happening. I'm assuming that will be more towards the end of October, going into Halloween or so, probably. Don't know, I haven't seen Since it is the beginning of the month, normally should find on the website something like the monthly overview. Might not be up, but then it might be one of the next days. For this week, A World of Cars, as I said. Not sure why they came up with that name, because there are 3 boat events. We have an escape with a boat, we have a jet sprint event, we have a power boat event. We have an Alpha Mark II, that's Alpha GP, but that's a touring car track. We have a drift track. We have a hypercar, Bugatti, we have speed traps, and we have a vehicle loaned. We're meanwhile familiar with that. Meaning that we're gonna loan the vehicle in stock, the thing that you can win this week. So we're gonna drive the Plymouth Roadrunner Freedom Edition in that thing, which I believe is Everglades. Yeah. You don't buy these vanity? Yeah, me neither. I'm not gonna spend crew credits on vanity. I also find it overpriced if you think about it. It really is overpriced because like now we have to pay 68,000 for like 4 vanity items, which basically comes down to if you buy these crew credits with real money, then it comes down to like $6.80 for 4 vanity items. Yeah. Some people find it worth it. I don't. It's a World of Cars. It's a cards game. Why would I want to buy some Underglow, and why do we need to pay real money for it? In a way, I know you can earn them with doing daily contracts and stuff like that, but still. But luckily they stepped away from the fact that some cars were CC only. It only happened once with the Mitsubishi Star Edition. And now they are making them available for bucks, so luckily we got rid of that. Because that leaned towards microtransitions in a way. Thanks for the follow. In a way, the vanity thing is also microtransitions, but yeah, that was clear from the beginning. If you want vanity, you can win it in the summits occasionally. You could win some underglow, some tints, some wheels. And in the shop you can buy them with crew credits. And you can earn crew credits, but even if you want to buy all the vanity, there's no way you can do that with daily contracts. Because the prices are a bit too high. Like now you need 68,000. Most of the time you get daily contracts, you get 1,500 crew credits. Occasionally 2,500, very rarely 5,000. You do start in the beginning with 100,000, I think. Sort of when you complete the campaign, you get 100,000 crew credits or something. But yeah, most of us use that to buy the Star Edition of the Mitsubishi. Let's start with the beginning. Speed trap, that's usually quick and easy. Nope. That's not quick and easy because it's freaking raining again. So in other words, forget about it. This needs to be done with a drag car, your wheel spinning. So we're gonna start with the escape because that's on the water. That is not influenced by the water from the rain, so we can do that. Okay, let's see. What do we have on here? A boosted set apparently. Pure 9, extra pump 11, which makes it fine. It's an escape, we don't need a score breaker or anything. sharp turn. But it's definitely that way, because if you go straight ahead, then you have some twisty sections there. Small river, straight ahead is not the way to go. Definitely need to turn around. Okay. How's it going, mate? Oh my god, man, seriously. Ivory Tower, fix your shit. Get rid of the weather and make these people ghost. I know you're back from holidays. So it's time to start working on some of these things. Also fix the alt tab, please. Find a solution for it. Because they're abusing it just like the alt enter in the crew one. Mate, can you go straight? Thank you. Okay. Circle is coming pretty slow here. So what can we get? I have no idea. Around 5,000 meter maybe? Something like that. I have that drift up, I think I have the drift assist up because I drove with the wheel the other day. Completely different settings. $4,800. Let's see what we get for that. 128,000. Somewhere between 125 and 130 for time attacks, and for escapes and so is fine normally. Let's have a look what they're doing there. 5,021, it's only 200 meters. 131, so yeah, there's like 2,000-3,000 points in it that you can get. But we'll first set some scores and see where we end up. This thing is another story though. Vehicles. It's an off-road escape, which you can completely ignore. We just take a hypercar, put some muddy on it. But I need to check if I still have my set on the... I have no idea, mate. I kinda doubt it. I think it's just a lowrider. It will just be a car low to the ground, I think. We need to find a muddy set, but not a score breaker though. It's on this thing. Nitrochemist with pure and muddy, max out. And we put it on the Depot Magma edition. We had a muddy set on there, but that was for slaloms or so. That was score breakers. We don't need that. We just need some speed. This is pretty random though. We're gonna need a few runs probably. You can do more than 20 kilometers probably. The only problem is there are a few jumps, which is already pretty random, and there is quite some traffic. Okay boys, move. Nice. That is already piss spot because you need that jump here. You want to jump over this wall using that hill. So you definitely do not want to hit traffic, you definitely do not want to hit walls, you need some speed there in the beginning. Thanks for the follow. Yep, definitely don't want to hit walls, he says. First thing he hits, a wall. The fact that we slow down there is gonna cost us a decent score. And that's why you need the muddy, because you're cutting corners here and there off road. You see, I hit the wall. You can't hit the wall. You need to get through this town here before the circle catches up, otherwise you're always stuck on 3000 something. So the most important part is the first part. It needs to go smoother. Like here, this is not good. Need to be more to the left. Can't get stuck on that rock. That's the jump you want here. The chances you're gonna hit a tree here are pretty big. So you need to be a bit lucky there. You also need to hope that there are not too many noobs on your session, because more people means more traffic. And you need to get away from this city here. I think we made it this time, but we're not there yet though. There's another sharp corner coming somewhere. Oh, that car is gonna kill us. I'm only just ahead of the circle. One little traffic hiccup. And as you can see, they try to kill you. They're really changing lanes and stuff like that. It might be good actually, because now we're going to turn left, we're going to turn away from the circle. I saw several people with 28 kilometers, so I'm assuming that's like the end of the road or so. But I don't think it mattered that much. I got stuck in the city or so at 10 kilometers with my other driver and I scored 150 something, I think. Once you get away from the session, you also have less traffic, as you can see. Four-lane highway, so yeah, you can definitely gain some meters. Here I have no idea. Just straight ahead, I'm assuming. Yeah. They're definitely trying to kill you. Road is there somewhere. Probably should have stayed on it. Ouch. Definitely should have stayed on it. Yep. "27 kilometers. 157,849. Okay. I think that's good enough. That is 1 point below the maximum score that you can get in any of these skill tests or time attacks or whatever. Maximum score in any event is 157,850. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna worry about 1 point. Getting through the tree, yeah, it is. If you have a good jump, you can jump immediately to the road. But you need a pretty decent start, because otherwise you have issues on the 3.5 kilometers, the 3,500 meters. There's like a little town there, and the circle comes very close there. So if you mess up a bit in the beginning, you're stuck. Once you get going on that highway, yeah. We'll keep these parts on here because we need that car again, I think. What do you have on here? Frenetic, pure, maxed out. It's fine. Let's go. We're switching to manual now for this thing and also for the drift. Fourth gear. Why fourth gear? So that we don't have wheel spin. Open the minimap so that you know how far you can go. Also, this is very much traffic dependent. Look at me, I'm a Lamborghini and I can't drive it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, traffic is a problem, for sure. Here I just go 4th gear, 8000 RPM, I switch to 5th gear and I boost after the corner. Should be able to get somewhere, I don't know, 630, 640 kilometers an hour, doesn't matter that much. People do this with slipstream. I'm not sure if they can get 700 over here. It's pretty short. Let's have a look. Problem here you also have is traffic here. Try again. You need that inside corner, especially with the keyboards. You need that inside corner here where there's always trucks coming out of the side street and stuff like that. Same story here, more people in your session, the more traffic you will have. So you might want to go back and forth a bit to this thing. This guy is also not helping, he's standing in the menu here, and that also means that he's generating traffic. No matter if he's in the menu or not. And it's only that guy and that guy in his Lamborghini. If they were not here, I would have less traffic. Six 43.5, that's fine, that's good. For a solo run. 131,000 points. What are they doing with the slipstream? 716. Okay, so they just get top speed, basically. So yeah. Also here, as always, every week. What is the difference? Not so much this week, apparently. It's about 7,000 points. Usually it's around 10,000. Get some friends together, get some slipstream, it's 7,000-8,000 points more. Seeing we are on manual, we switch to the drift, but I need to check if I have parts on that thing. Probably do, because I think we have meanwhile 4 drift sets or so. But we'll see. The 370Z Nismo is the one we need. We don't have parts on it. Do we have a set? No, we don't. So we need to pick one here or there. Where are all our sets? 8123, okay. We'll take the one from the fort. Kind of the thing that I use when there are USA drift events. Then I use this one. In normal circumstances, we use the Mazda. Italian summits, we use the Murcielago. But this time we have to use a specific one. The 370Z Nismo. The thing has a score breaker on it, that doesn't matter at all. What matters is slippery 123. That's the only thing that matters. The hot head also does not matter. If you don't lose your multiplier, the hot head doesn't mean a thing. It makes your multiplier go up faster, but it doesn't matter because you only get your score at the end of the ride. If you have a good ride or a good run, then you don't lose your multiplier. So the hot head not matters. If you do lose the multiplier, then your hot head helps you to get the score back up faster. But the idea of this whole thing is not to lose the multiplier, obviously. Which means slippery 14 on all the parts. And then also slippery in the pilot menu, and that gives the 123 multiplier, and a car itself already comes with 50, so 173 is the maximum multiplier you can get. What are we doing? South Detroit. That's not the easiest track. We'll see. And I know there are people using handbrake tricks and all that kind of stuff. That is why I only do the summit on Wednesday now and just leave it be for the rest of the week, because there is too much stuff happening. And nothing is done about it by the looks of it. There are still people pressing Alt-Tab every freaking summit. And that sort of works like Alt-Enter in the crew one. Gives you a higher score, it gives you a faster time. So in the beginning of a skill test or so, they press Alt-Tab, they go to the desktop. They go back to the game, and then they just continue with their skill test. And they get a higher score at the end. Or a faster time. Or it even works in PvP, I've heard. It's always those same names that are using it, obviously. I can give you like 10 names who are every week using it. It's always the same. Those are usually people that are not good enough to begin with. That's why they use all that kind of tricks. In the drift, sort of similar story. They press handbrake and spamming the nitro the whole time or something like that. I don't know. Can't be bothered with all that kind of stuff. We tapped anyway. Yeah, we tapped. A little bit too wide. We tap the wall with the rear, immediately restart. The idea is to not lose the multiplier. The problem with this car is that, like, unlike with the Mazda, you just put that thing in third gear and you go. It's a bit too low gear for this one, and fourth gear is a bit too high. Like here I'm on the limiter, that means that I might be able to lose a multiplier in that corner. Probably on this part I need fourth gear. But in some of the corners the fourth gear is too high, then your car dies out. That was almost there. $628. We didn't lose the multiplier, although it was closed a few times. It's a bit of a bumpy track, it doesn't work very well. 155,000 is fine. 155, 156, 157. Those handbrake jerkers, they probably score about 800,000 or so, more than likely. $796, yeah, okay. That all makes sense, right? We're not going for top 10 spots or whatever. Way too much bullshit to use if you want to get there nowadays. We're just aiming for 1,300,000 something, right? Hello, Dennis. Driving in hood cam feels very tough. Yeah, it's just what you are used to. I always do the drift in cockpit camera. But in the Crew 1 I always did it on hood cam. So it's yeah, whatever you prefer. Some people are drifting with the camera from behind. On a keyboard I find that the car doesn't react fast enough on a key from the input that I'm giving with the camera from behind. But some people like Paraglider or so, he's always using camera from behind. It works for him, he's used to it, he's driving for years like that, so it's whatever you are used to. What else do we have? Jet Sprint, Powerboat. Yeah, but first do this thing here. Plymouth Roadrunner, stock parts, Stock tuning, it's all default. They loan you a car, you can't change anything on it. And it's Everglades. It's raining. Pretty boring track with this thing because it's stock parts, it doesn't even go that fast, so. So I'm assuming the fastest times here will be done either by slipstreaming or by the manual clutch macro boys. Then this is one of those old cars which shifts pretty slowly, so-called granny shifting. Then those boys are probably setting the fastest times. Yeah, this thing limits out at 350 or so. Not even that bad with no parts on it. It also has no brakes. And that's where the clutch boys are gaining it, because they just downshift instead of braking. Too late. I also have devoted NOS, which means not strong at all. It doesn't refill very much, so you have to play around with it a bit. Too wide. .344. Definitely can go faster because we went off track here and there. Lost some speed in the grass. 131,000, that's good enough for a time attack. With the goal being 1.3 million plus, and then try to guarantee the platinum for the rest of the week. That's what we're doing every week. We're not playing for the top spots anymore. There's too much stuff going on which is not being fixed, so I can't be bothered with it. Resets and macro manual clutch and pressing Alt Tab, and I'm pretty sure there are some other stuff. Switching planes just in front of a skill test to get more speed. Yeah, you can sum it up like that, you know. And that is what you find in the top 25 or so of the summit. Those are all those boys. Let's have a look. Vector we need some sort of Bugatti, Alpha Mark II, and a jet sprint. Okay. Let's put some parts on those things. So we need a Bugatti. That's probably going to be the Devo Magma. I'll just use this thing. I can of course replace the Nitrochemist with pure and extra pump. I have it set somewhere, but this is also fine. Doesn't matter that much. If you don't have that Devo Magma, then you probably end up with the normal Devo, maybe the Chiron Carbon Edition. A bit depends a bit. It all doesn't matter. Actually, that muddy set would not be even that bad because the track is White Rocks Hills, which is also a bunch of cuts here and there, and probably some resets. I don't know which ones still work. Which there were like 3 or 4 resets on that track. They have fixed here and there something, but probably not enough. What else do we need? A jet sprint. We need to check if we have parts on there. Alpha Mark II and the Vector powerboat. The jet sprint is USA. I don't know why they have that restriction, because all the jet sprints are USA. So in other words, you have no restrictions. Jet sprint USA, they say. They're all USA. Okay, we need this set, or do we have another set? No, we don't. Okay, need to get the parts from the Mark 10, put them on the Mark 2. That's that, the jet sprint. The last time we used the brawler, I think. Yep. So we're gonna take those out as well. And put them on the Hornet, which in general is the better boat. They're all pretty similar though. But if time really matters, although on this track it's more about cuts and stuff like that, if time really matters, the Hornet is usually on the top of the leaderboards. But the Leopard and the Brawler are not that far up. New Zealand a little bit less, but for some people it works. Okay, we have the boosted set on this thing. But I'm pretty sure we have another set somewhere. What is this? Pure Frenetic. I don't really need that. And we have here a normal set, which is not boosted, so that's fine, because we need this Vector boat. That's all we need, I think, right? Bugatti, Vector, Mark II, jet sprint. Right. Start with jet sprint. Yeah, I have all sets available, and in some cases even more than one. In the jet sprint, not really. I just have a maxed out Nitrochemist, a maxed out score breaker. We never have to use it, but one day or another they might restrict something, and suddenly we need a score breaker on a jet sprint. So I have it available because of the fly around event things. I have all sets available. I even have snippers and loot diggers in all disciplines as well. So we use the Hornet. This is a 2 laps track, which already makes it less interesting for me. I don't like loop tracks. And this is a matter of avoiding trees, basically. I take this corner. You already can cut here if you want, but Here, you need to go through the bush. Here you need to cut as well through the bush. Here also, and yeah, there is a gap here somewhere. That was not it. More to the left, I guess. You have to like 4 times go through the trees. And that needs to happen 2 laps in a row. Just the little part before the finish, I'm not completely ready to go there. Here you can just go straight. Here you can cut behind this tree here. And here, yeah, I know you can. There's a gap here somewhere. There you sort of need to touch that tree, I guess. Here you just go straight as well, and that's sort of the technical section, part number 1. Then you have a bit of a speed section. And here, I'm not sure what the best route here is. You need to avoid that sand, that's for sure. You more than likely need to avoid that ramp here as well. So I'm just going this way, but I've noticed I end up in the sand here very often. So maybe just next to the ramp might be an idea. We'll have to figure that one out there at the end. Because that was almost 1 lap and you do that 2 times. The chances that it's gonna go well 2 times in a row is very slim. Usually hit a tree here or there. That all has to do with the checkpoint placement in this game. Which on most tracks, whether it's on the road or on the water, is not that great. I'm gonna see if I can find a gap next to the ramp here somewhere. Okay, that will be better. That's 1 lap. Also here, just go next to the ramp. Air time is losing time. Should try this with a wheel. Maybe it reacts faster than with this keyboard. Is like 2 seconds delay sometimes. This spot time. 150 something. I'm assuming they're going to 130s with all the cuts and so. Yeah, 131, almost in the 120s. Let me check that. They don't want to load, do they? Okay. Go back to the summit and try again. Diddly-doo. $138, $131. Deco is always super fast in the jet sprint, so it's very possible. These two, I'm not so sure. And sugar, I'm also not so sure. I think those are. This guy drives with a wheel, is very fast as well. This dude and this dude show up very often when alt tab is involved, so I'm pretty sure they're alt tabbing. They probably deny it, but we'll see what we see, right? Deco Shishan is always, when a jet sprint, he's normally number 1, so that makes sense. 135,000 we scored, so that's fine for now. We just go event by event, see where we end up at the end, and then see if we need to improve something. But if you do 130,000 plus in time attacks, you should not worry about your platinum medal. If you score 157 in the skill tests and in the drift, 155 plus in those two things where you can score 150. And don't forget, with Slipstream, we still have about 7,000-8,000 points in the speed trap that you can gain in case you need it. Quick and easy. It's like 2 minutes. Get a team together and you have 7,000 points more. The vectors, okay. You can also take the bot. Yeah, back on track. Back on track is something I don't know if you noticed, but that is something that I do not use for since Summit batch number 5, I think. I find it utterly bullshit. It should be disabled. I've said that from the beginning. I've told that 100 times to the devs. They don't want to disable it. They don't want to change it because the kids need it when they go off track. I'm all fine with that, but not in a summit where it's supposed to be a competitive structure. Nobody uses back on track the way it's supposed to use in a summit, you know. If you make a mistake, they retry. That's how you play summit. I don't want to disable the feature for those who need it on the road in free drive or so. But I want it disabled in summits. They don't want to do that, speak about freedom. It's all fine. The summit is a weekly casual gathering of players. That's what it is. It's far from a competition. They should also not call it a competition. That's my opinion. So we set some scores. We guarantee platinum. Whether you treat out, that's already the other thing. Whether you're on place 2,890th or you're in first place, you get the same prize. How can that be a competition? There's nothing to play for. First place and 3,000, same price. And then you have the difference in the platforms. You have people playing on what is it, Stadia? There are only 400 or 500 people playing on their tablets. They are platinum guaranteed because they don't have more players on that platform. Then again, who on earth wants to play a racing game on a mobile device, you know? On the other hand, you have on PlayStation, you have about 100,000 players, and also there only the top 3,000 gets the reward. Top 10% or so should be better, I think. That means that we will be like 40-50 players on Stadia that get platinum. About 2,500 or so on the PC. But then you get like 10,000 players on PlayStation. That would be more... I think that's how they had it in the Q1, but... 124, not even the best run, but should be good enough, I think. If you watch Sugar Ghost, yeah, but the problem with Ghost is that they are a bit off as well. We had it last week in the rally raid. We followed Bokus, and we were the whole time ahead of him. And we were doing it with a team, and we if we load his Ghost, it was actually his solo time. that showed the ghost. So the ghost, you can't go by ghosts. Half the time they are not showing the real time. What did we score here? 130,000. Good enough. White Rocks Hill, yeah, that's another one of those. If everything goes right. You go off-road a little bit. There are also some resets here, I think. I'm not using them. I just use a cut here and there. General cut, no reset cuts or anything. What am I looking for? I have no idea. Time around 310 or so, who knows. With resets and all, you can definitely go under 3 minutes. Really? Really? One post, we found it. We're always looking for something. 130,000 is a good score. 125,000 points is okay. Summit points, that's what we're looking for. I'm not doing these things anymore for like gets fastest time. Nope. We just go for a sufficient enough score. Play it in a casual way. That's the way they set it up. Now we play it like that, you know. And if everything is allowed, then we can't be bothered about making it competitive. There used to be a reset there. If you go to the right and then reset, then you end up somewhere on top here. I don't know if they fixed that meanwhile or not. You respawn here somewhere. If you reset, you can also go left here. It's another reset. Here and there they fix one, but I don't know which one. Half of the ones they don't even know about. So. Not direct line. Could have been better. Also here you can go left of the barrier here and go in between those rocks. We are not going to bother with that. Here you have a rock somewhere on the left. You can also jump straight to that next checkpoint if you can hit that rock here on the left. It is very luck based, so we don't bother with that. You can cut here and there because we have muddy. We still have that muddy set on our car, so all fine. Oh, there's a rock here. A little bit too much cut. I can probably get under 3 minutes if I really want to, but don't really want to. You jump on the rocks and skip the whole Z corner, yeah. 131,000, good enough. 130,000 plus is a good score. 125,000 is usually sufficient enough for platinum, but you need 130,000 plus here and there in some of these skill tests. But we're good to go. We have 1,103,000. If we can score 100,000 points over here, which is very likely, probably 120,000. Then we have 1,220,000. We get 100,000 bonus for completing all events. 1,320,000. Platinum guaranteed. Don't have to bother with it the rest of the week. If they make it like this, we play it like this, you know. Some of my friends, including people like Bokus and so, they're still doing these skill tests day after day after day. They're spending a couple of hours on it trying to get like the world record or top 3 at least. And then on Monday or Tuesday some guy shows up, he presses Alt Tab and he scores 200 meters further. I don't even know why people like Bokus still bother with it. They're trying to do their best, you know, try to get a good score, and then on Monday or Tuesday some pisspot kid presses Alt Tab and he beats him with like 200-300 meters in an escape or something like that. You lose motivation with all that thing, and they don't do anything about it. And it's not that they don't know, like that Alt Tab and so, it's been reported like 10 times, 15 times. They're back on track. They have their own idea of it. They want to lose it, so yeah. So they make the game casual, then we play the game casual. That means we play it on Wednesday, we set our times, and we don't touch the game the rest of the week. Like this thing. That's all very interesting. We have a different track. Why are there AI bothering us in the way? We don't see them. Because they're on normal mode. They're just bothering us there in the beginning. If they really want to make this into a time attack, then they get rid of that AI. We have yellow parts maxed out. The AI, they're driving in normal mode, which means they don't even have maxed out parts, I think. Maybe green parts. Next to that we have the weather, which is more and more getting on people's nerves. I have to check it, but the last time when we had like a summit with all dry events, I don't even know if we ever had that, actually. Usually one event in the rain or in the snow or in the fog or whatever. Because they find it visually interesting. Sometimes we have to do Formula 1 in the snow. That's like... I know it's a game. I'm very well aware of that. But if there is snow on a track in Formula 1, the race is cancelled. You know what I mean? In real life. Keep it a bit realistic, will you? Rain can happen. You have rain tires, which we don't. We're driving on slicks here in this game. But Fergus thinks that it looks all fine, and I don't know. I don't agree with that, because I still think that the game looks best with good weather. This feels like, you know, blurry and I don't know. And I'm running an RTX 2080 Ti, so definitely not my graphics card. It's just the graphics in the game. And that's all fine when sunny weather, but this rain and this snow mainly, that's like... The snow is like one white blur. And this is also a very blurry time by the looks of it. 2:51, what is that? You can do that in a touring car. Yeah, I think we're gonna do another run here. Thanks for the follow. Last week was the first time for a long time. If you're not, oh yeah, I didn't even pay attention. It's for a long time, that's for sure. In the beginning, we had like a rain event, and we were like, oh yeah, okay, a rain event. You know, a bit of a change. It's cool, but now it's like it's common as hell. It's constantly wheel spinning, and I'm not even using the nitro because that's only gonna guarantee me more wheel spin. Just short boost here and there. To play with the throttle because otherwise I have wheel spin all over the place because of the rain. Also not reacting fast enough. That's what you have with these loop tracks. One lap, okay. Second lap, already less. Third lap is doing completely different things. Although you drive the same line and the same steering input 3 laps in a row. To 46, 5 seconds faster, that will do. Might try all this later again with the wheel, but keyboard wise, we are done with the summit, I think. Let's have a look. Where did we end up? 1,327,905 points. 29th at the moment, with about 12,000 people ranked. 1,327,000. We only have one skill test where we can score 150,000 points, so 1,327,000. Fine, send me the Plymouth Route Runner Free Doom Edition because the top 3,000 is not gonna go that high. As far as I remember, it was only like one summit where we had 3 skill tests where you could score 150,000, and we also had a drift event or monster truck event where we scored 150. So the top players were scoring like 1,400,000. I think that week the platinum went over 1.3 million. The top 3,000 score, but that's only once. Other than that, it's always like 1,285,000, 1,200,000. So if you score something like this, 1,330,000, don't worry about it. You can go on holidays for a week. The car will be yours next week. Let's check here. let's see. We need the Mustang Dragster next week. We need the Charger RT Hemi, the Aerial Nomad, really. Probably one of the worst. The monster truck Raptor, it's also one of the worst. Demolition Derby, the Firenze, and the Demolition Derby on a rally raid track. Which, surprise, surprise, is the Great Sand Dunes. And seeing they gave us the Demolition Derby boosted set with ventilated, I'm assuming we're going to have to use that set. So Nitro Chemist with pure and ventilated, both boosted to 9 and 5%. The set that we won last week and this week, the parts of. Gonna have to use that on the Great Sand Dunes. The key there is gonna be reaching the finish, I'm guessing. Because we're driving a Demolition Derby car, we're gonna have to jump over the Great Sand Dunes. That thing is gonna fall apart. So more than likely, you will only, if you do arrive, you will only arrive with half a car on the finish. It's playgrounds, it's for kids, I don't know what it is. They have a thing with Great Sand Dunes and they have a thing with serial jumpers, which constantly comes back, and they're both annoying tracks. Especially if you do them with anything else than rally raid. And that's a bit of a problem because the serial jumpers is a touring car track, as you know. The drifters. All drift events in the summit could be possible. Then we might be able to score 1.6 million or so in the. If we score 155,000 in all those drift events. There are like 6 of them. That's already 900,000 points, and then 3 skill tests, 150,000. That's 1,350,000, 100,000 bonus, 1,450,000. Yeah, something like that. LA lowriders. Yeah, I kinda doubt that we're gonna have air suspension on that thing, like it shows on the picture there. This is a cool looking picture, photoshopped I think, and this is probably more what it's gonna be. A bit lower to the ground, but not that much. It's a bit crazy. Yeah, who knows what we can expect in that one. It's a bit crazy. I find some of these events already a bit crazy, so no idea what we're gonna expect there, but something strange I think. We will see next week. Yeah, no, we know the rewards, but we don't know the events yet till this summit is running, and then we can see the events of this one on the crew hub, obviously. 29th, yeah, that's fine. I also don't know what's going on. Of course, it's day 1. I haven't checked the numbers lately, but at a certain moment they went up after the summer update, and so they went up. On PC we had about 40,000, 45,000 sometimes. On PlayStation it was over 100,000. Xbox, I don't know, 15,000 or so. Not that great there. And Stadia, couple of hundred. But seeing they keep repeating these Great Sand Dune and serial jumpers, and you have these alt tabbers and all that kind of stuff, people slightly move on again, I think. Might check it on Tuesday to see what the numbers are lately on PC, but I'm pretty sure it's no longer 45,000. Because yeah, if you have all these things happening and they do not fix it, that's a problem, eh? We gave them some slack in August, obviously, because that's holiday season for them. Not much happening. That's all every year the same. But now it's September, they should be back in full force. That also means that they should be back working on update number 8. Which they are working on for a long time. So that should be, I don't know when it's ready. I don't think it's going to be ready at the end of October though. This summit runs till, if I check the dates, I think October 28th or so. We have summit number 17 of this batch. and there were 17 summits in batch number 5. So that means that in the beginning of November, either we have an update, or they're going to have to repeat some summits, or they bring us a new summit batch, who knows. Next week, September 10th, there is another UB Forward. That means a digital version. They did it in summer the first time, where they showed the summer update. On September 10, we're going to get like all kind of news and updates from Ubisoft games on UB Forward. YouTube channel, Twitch channel, you will be able to see it. And they also said something more crew news. So maybe they will show us a little sneak peek on the new update, whenever that thing is coming. I don't know where the plans are now. Seeing they put us on hold with the TPC as well, we are not up to date that much. But I do know what the original plans were. The original plans were to announce the thing on Gamescom. But Gamescom was cancelled, although they did a digital version last weekend. So we'll see. We'll see what UB Forward gives us. September 10, I believe it is. Let me quickly check. Info crew. They posted it on Twitter yesterday. Join us this September 10 for the latest reveals, updates, and surprises. So we're gonna get another one at 12 p.m. Pacific time, which is 9 p.m. European time. September 10th is next week's Thursday, apparently. Strange day. Last time Ubisoft forwarding was on a Sunday or so, I think. Anyway. Yeah, I know that, yeah. We know all that, eh? But yeah, that is like the things that we know in advance, and then that's not always great either, because very often that means that we get even more disappointed than some of you guys, because we have more inside information. Like, for instance, when they presented it to us, it was like, let's say, somewhere in September last year or so. They presented us to all kind of stuff, like for the Inner Drive update and stuff like that. So, and then they sort of like, oh yeah, we have hobbies, and then the hobbies only coming in May, and then when you are there, when the time is there in March, and the hobbies are not there, that's, for us, that's disappointed. For you guys, it didn't matter that much, because you had no idea about it. But we know that it was planned for March, and they dropped it in May, because they split up those update sections a little bit. So we were a bit disappointed that the hobbies were not there in March. Other people, yeah, they couldn't be disappointed because they didn't know about it. That kind of stuff is happening. But yeah, there were some other things planned. One thing was postponed, the other I don't hear anything about anymore. And meanwhile, we have had the summer update, and those things that were planned originally for the March update, don't hear anything about it anymore, and we haven't seen it either. Other than that, we have been in technical tests. There are still a bunch of vehicles, like those low routers that you see there now. Yeah, we have seen those things. We have driven in those things already in technical tests. I haven't checked my list lately, but I think there are still 7-8 vehicles that we already have driven one way or another in a technical test here or there, which are still not in the game. So those will be summit rewards, updates here or there, dealer things, that drops in the dealers. Some special editions that were coming that we can buy. We will see. And for the rest, we will see what happens. But update-wise, it's also very quiet. Of course, in August, they were normally there on holidays. That's every year the same. So, but I expected one of the next weeks or so, or maybe even days, to get like an invite for another technical test for the upcoming update. They gotta have something ready which we can test, and that should be rather soon than later, I'm assuming. They're already working on it for a longer time, so it's not like, oh, yeah, but they were on holidays, they don't have anything. No, they already had something months ago. So I'm assuming we're slightly going to get some tests about that. But when it is actually coming, that update 8, I think it is, meanwhile. Summer in Holiday was update 7. End of the year, beginning of next year, I'm assuming. Maybe even a bit sooner, if they have more things ready. I don't know. We will see. Maybe they do like an intermediate update with the things that some of us know about, but we haven't seen yet. Maybe they put that in like a smaller update and first push that out if that is already ready. We will see. Meanwhile, we are also 2-3 months or so on hold with TPC. There should be a new TPC at one point or another with some of the players that were in TPC, and added some new players that are playing the game, because there were some in those TPC members that do not play the game. That's a bit hard to discuss with those people, or to give feedback if they have no idea what's going on in game, so that's something they need to take care of. Other than that, we will see. We have 1,330,000. We should have the car. Keep an eye on it. I might be back during the weekend or so, maybe, or whenever I feel like it. More or less run this summit again, but then with the wheel. Don't immediately expect any of my times to be beaten with the wheel compared to my keyboard runs here, but we will see. I came close in the rally rate that I tested last week. Summit number 72 is done and checked with. We have had some, I think it were 80. So about 7 more to go. We still have these mood event things. But I need to check. How many did we get of these mood things already? If I can still find it. I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere. Oh, here it is. Let's have a look. Electric City was the first one that we got. Then we had a couple of weeks nothing, and then they came up with Once Upon a Time in Brooklyn in the Ford Mustang. Last week we had Miami Red in the DeLorean. Next week we'll have the Circle Pit mood event. That is a rallycross event, by the way. All the others were street race. The Strange Case of 1950 is another one. Also with the DeLorean on the picture. That still needs to come. Scary Salem is one that still needs to come. With some special version of the Volkswagen bus by the looks of it. What does it say? Ghost Edition or something, probably. And Wild West is actually a monster truck event, although it shows a DeLorean. But yeah, the DeLorean could also fly back to the future, so maybe we're gonna have to use the DeLorean in a monster truck or so. So next week we have Circle Pit, and then we still have The Strange Case of 1950, Wild West, and Scary Salem to come. So there are like 3 more mood event. 4 if you include next week's. Those are the mood events, which are a bit of a special mood, but they're basically just new tracks which are added. Rallycross for the Circle Pit, Wild West is monster truck, and all the others are street race events. That will be it for this week. Summit number 72, a world of cars, although 3 events were with boats and jet sprints and all that. Premium Summit, the Freedom Edition of the Plymouth Roadrunner can be won. Thanks for watching for this week, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Whenever that will be, we will see. Might do some stuff with the wheel in the crew this week. We'll do some more with the crew. I also adjusted my schedule a little bit. Sunday shenanigans and Monday mess. We play around a bit with friends with whatever game. That could be the crew, that could be some other stuff. Tuesday trouble, we do some shooters, either Warzone or Escape from Tarkov. Wednesday we have the summit of the crew. Thursday, probably gonna do Thursday trucking. Seeing I have a wheel now, we still have Euro Truck or Truckers MP for the multiplayer. We can play around in that a bit. Friday fight, probably gonna be a shooter game again. Saturday sliding, Assetto Corsa, Formula 1, something like that. And then we are back on Sunday shenanigans. Which also can be, if some people want to play Formula 1, I know there are a few people who have Formula 1 2020 in our Discord, so that could be also happening on Sunday if some people want to play the crew in a team. That's also something we can do. We will see. That's sort of the schedule. You can find the schedule in info on the stream tab there. I've adjusted it a bit now that we have a wheel again. We'll see you guys in the next one. That was it for this one. Bye for now.